Hello, YouTube. Happy Monday. And X, it's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Crypto News Network. And as you can see, Kaspa was up earlier. Kaspa. But now it is bouncing back down. And I don't think it has anything to do with the actual project or the actual cryptocurrency as a whole. The market is down. The U.S. economy is still wavering under these tariff rules, right? The tariff thing is shutting everything down. So if we turn on the spotlight, let's check it out here. Start the spotlight and let's look at it currently. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 1.85%, down 707. So these tariff things are still pulling the market down. Hong Kong stocks led sell-off in Asian Pacific markets as trade wars fuels risk-off sentiment. Dow Jones falls 900 points, S&P 500 teeters near bear market as Trump threatens higher China tariffs. So as you can see on the Binance Fear and Greed Index, we are in fear. Yesterday we were 34. Last week we're 34. Now we are currently at 23. So with the feed index, we are in pretty much extreme fear. Not really extreme, but definite fear. What up, Alfred? Yes, Alfred, everybody's feeling a pinch. People aren't making videos. Crypto's drying up. Things are getting crazy. And as I mentioned, it is definitely nothing to do with crypto as a whole. It's the market sentiment for these tariffs. And I don't know if it's even at this point, I can't even tell you if it's a good thing or a bad thing, right? All I can tell you is it is affecting the market. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to sign up for the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page so you can stay up to date on cryptocurrency news on the Cryptocurrency News Network. Things are definitely getting crazy out here. But let me know what you guys think. Kaspa Crescendo Hard Fork Countdown. Projected time May 5th, 2025 at 1500 UTC. Currently that is 27 days, 22 hours, and 31 minutes away. We're definitely keeping an eye on that. And if we look at the bubbles, so earlier when I made the live, Casper was up 9%, 8%, and now it is came back down to 2%. XPX is 15.3, Fartcoins 11.9. MOG is up 4%, and AIZBD is up 1.9. Everything else is red. People are selling everything else across the market. Things are down, right? So I don't know if it's a good time to buy the dip or just continue to diamond hand. I would say continue to diamond hand. And maybe you could buy the dip. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But there's a lot of red in the market. Generally, on red days is a good day to buy, right? Because it's discounted, right? It's down. Um, XDC is down 8%. Quant is down 6%. Toshi's down 9. I was actually thinking about getting into Toshi. I might wait for it to come down some more. Turbo's down 6.2. Arch Pay is down 6.5. Algorithm is down 5.7. XLM is down 8.9. So I don't know if it's going to continue to go down or now will be a good time to get in. Snake's down 16%. ALI is down 12%. Nero's down 6. Near's down 9.9. Beer is down 22.9. Solana's down 7.7, and Solana was actually up earlier. So I don't know if there was an announcement or if there's news or something happened to send the market back down. ICP is down 6.6. Bitcoin is down 4.8. And I think that's what's fueling this pullback because Bitcoin is down today. 4.8 down to 78.4 or 78,400. What up, Enoch? Fresh Press, what's going on, brother? So Kaspa is at 6 cents, down 1.3 in the last hour, up 2.2 in the 24 hours, down 5.9 in the last 7 days, 12.4 in the last 30 days, 47.2 in the last 90 days. Let's see here. This is the Kaspa FYI. We'll come back to that. Wanted to check this real quick. So you can see here, it was up, right? Looking at the hour chart, had a couple green candles, and then there was pullback. So I don't know if this is market manipulation or if this is just a sell-off. So looking at the 5-minute chart, this one I was making a video this morning. We were up, big green candle, another big green candle. Then there was a pullback. I guess some people had made a couple bucks and they sold it. And then it was back and forth. So we're now back to the 0.0 or 0.6. I think we got up to 0.66 today. RSI has came down. Base ass RSI is in the 60s. Let me look at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, we fell below the 0.6 and the RSI went down. You can see here earlier this morning, 9 o'clock, RSI was way up, right? We're in the 70s, almost at the 80s, and then there was a pullback. So I don't know if this is the exchange hyping us or if people saw the opportunity and trying to get their money out. You can see here on the hour chart, there's green, green, red, red. So the pullback has started. I'm not sure if there's an announcement. 4-hour chart had a green candle, another green candle. Then, of course, there is pullback. And on the day chart, see if we can zoom out a little bit. So you can see here last week, Tuesday, it was green, came back down, red yesterday, and a little green today. Let me switch this out. I don't know why we don't get both indicators anymore, but I guess everybody's trying to make a buck. They're moving on to MACD. MACD says we're losing volume on the day chart. MACD is flat. Looking at the 4-hour chart, still losing volume, had a MACD cross, so we might start to go back up. Let me see here, 1-hour chart, actually building volume on the 1-hour chart, and the MACD is up, which is a good sign. We can continue on the 15-minute chart, had a MACD cross, and the volume started going down again. And on the 5-hour chart, MACD crossed, and we are losing volume. So I suspect we're going to continue to push down. But let me know what you guys think. Here is the Kaspa nodes, 32 countries, 16.4% coverage. Top country is the United States. Distribution score is 88. Node density is 7.2. Most dense region is Europe with 124 nodes. Interesting. So you can see here, looks like definitely some modes popping up in the United States. Trying to zoom out. But as you can see here, there is definitely more nodes in the UK or Europe, actually. Not even the UK, but Europe. Where is this? Germany's got 12. Germany's got like 20, 22, give or take. Is this Germany too? I wonder if this is the same node area they're counting, these 12. Looks like, what is this? Netherlands? Finland? Finland's got 10 nodes. Norway has 2 nodes. Austria has 5 nodes. Poland has 5 nodes. What is this, 9? How does this reset every time? I don't know. What is this? What is this? Germany has 9. France has 3. Siberia has 2. That's weird. Moscow has 5. Okay. That's interesting. This is the Kaspa under tokens 1,941, total wallets 515K, fees 129.4 million, address is 280. So we got Nacho, PPKAS, Tango, Caspi. What is this? Mustang? Mustang? I don't know. That's interesting. So just checking something here. I guess we'll look at Kaspa SYI before we go back to Twitter. Currently, we're at 1.6 TPS, 1 BPS, down 1.8. Next reduction, 28 days, down to 55 cash per block reward. The rest of these are nodes. Let's check the top addresses and then go back to KRC20 tokens. So for top addresses, look at 514,000 pass holding addresses. That's not users, those are addresses, just to make sure that is clear. Some people like me might have 10 to 15 addresses. So this is not an accurate count. This is just how many addresses are there. Last 24 hours, we added 21 crabs, lost 50 octopus. What you doing, octopus? Lost 28 fish. That's to be expected. These guys are in and out, right? Always in and out the frying pan and into the fire. Added 9 dolphins, added 3 sharks, added 2 whales in the last 7 days, 1 humpback, and we still have the Aquaman, which some people might think is an exchange. So here is our addresses. Looks like our Binance, or supposedly Binance address, is back at number 2, up 1.6 million. Mexi's up 527,000. Gate IO lost 39.2 million. I don't know if that's the selling or if people are moving off the exchange. Upholds up or down 7.2 million. BitGet down 330 million. Bybit down 3.4 million. And this guy's down 481. This guy added 1.4 million. This guy added 300,000, and this guy also added 355. And these two wallets usually add about the same amount, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure. We might need to do some address research at some point. Let me see here. Go back to KRC20s. As you know, I'm pretty big in the KRC20 tokens, so I really want them to do something. And actually, they are doing something. Okay. Nacho's up 7%. Come on, Nacho, back to 9.2 million. PPKAS. I might need to check these guys out. These guys are consistently in the top 5 as of late. Current market cap is 5.4 million. Kango's current market cap's up 4% to 3.9 million. Caspi is up 5% to 2 million. Casper the Friendly Ghost is up 7% to 1.1 million. Gold is down 17% to 1 million. Kiki is down 1% to 681,000. Croak's down 6% to 487. Cas BTC is down 3% to 439,000. KDA KDAO is down 3% to 421. I'm picking some of this up. It's down. Now is a good time. It is coming down for us to pick it up. KREX is down 3%. Conan is down 9%. Come on, Conan. 260,000. You guys need to check Conan out, right? Bert is down 8% to 256,000. Dog K is down 2%. Fant is down 66. Whoa. Talking about crashing. But let me know what you guys think, or let me know what your favorite KRC20 token is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. Let me see here. Checking out Fear and Greed Index, which is not moved. Let's check out the market. The Dow Jones average continues to drop down to 1.8%. Might need to buy some puts, actually. But let's see here. Going to Twitter, X, whatever you guys want to call it. Kaspa is a safe environment friendly cryptocurrency that stands out in its high speed, low transaction thanks to block DAG technology. It's scalable for every transaction, occurs transparently, which makes Kaspa the currency of the future. And this is another block visualization. We can get it to come up and play again. Why does my visualization not look like this? But you can see they are putting in work on this visualizer, and I like it. If you like it, I love it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know via Twitter what else you guys are looking at. Eventually, I will write a PVS thread to make sure the holders of FET, IP, CAS, Render, Tile, BitTenzer understand PV's pair of bursts. It's a blue chip. All they need to know is a phantom wallet to get PVS here at a 2 million market cap one day. In 2020, it will trade above 100 million. Maybe, maybe not. Just trying to see how CAS is involved here. Nothing really stands out. So keeping it moving. Crypto dumped hard, yet one blockchain community was left holding the line. Study Kaspa. Proof of work, ultimate underdog, screenshotted at 4/7 at 7:40 Eastern Standard Time, which would have been 8:40 Central Standard Time. He's right. I mean, this morning it was doing something. I don't know what happened. Following the day's price resilience among red market. And as always, keep an eye on the things that are green when everything else is red, right? Well, Kaspa is definitely retraced. We got Kaspa, Fartcoin, XPX, MOG, and AI ZBT. Everything else is red. Dang it. All the way red. Let's get back to Twitter. Kaspa fam. This was a double bottom. I'm waiting for cash to hit 5 cents for the second time. Some are calling for a 1 to 5 cent cash, which I don't think happens. I always say better to be in the market than out. And people who always wait for a super low PA are the ones who usually end up wrecked. Now, where do we go from here? God knows. We'll have to wait to see. My personal prediction is this month plays out completely flat, and we'll see Kaspa all-time high in May or June. And I do agree. I don't think there's much happening in April. I know I was hyping, but I thought things were going to run. But with the current administration back and forth with these tariffs, nothing's happening until the smoke from the tariff clears, right? Um, Going back to Twitter. No, I didn't watch this. What is this? The brilliant support of Caspa currency community on the recent TA. I've decided to dig a little deeper into fundamentals. Kaspa looks like a solid bet for Q3, Q4 2025. Considering a vibrant and growing community of holders, solving the block DAG trilemma, scalable solution, and much more. So let's see what this guy has to say for 2 minutes.
Meet Kaspa, the fastest, most scalable proof-of-work cryptocurrency shaking up crypto recently. In this video, we will talk about the fundamentals, but
And
also
sounds
price
cool.
predictions for the upcoming months. So, stay tuned. Launched in November
Huh.
2021 by a team of innovators, including Yonatan Sampolinsky, Kaspa isn't your typical blockchain. It's a block DAG, a directed acyclic graph of blocks, powered by the Ghost DAG protocol. So what's that mean? Unlike Bitcoin's single file line of blocks, Kaspa lets multiple blocks coexist and confirm transactions in parallel. The result? Lightning fast speeds and scalability without compromising security. Right now, Kaspa processes 1 block per second, already faster than Bitcoin's 10-minute pace. But here's the kicker. It's gearing up for 10 blocks per second. With dreams of hitting 100, imagine transactions visible to the network in just 1 second and fully confirmed in 10. That's not just theory, it's Kaspa's reality, making it perfect for everyday use. From buying coffee to global transfers, I reckon KS could hit a sweet spot around $2-3 if the crypto market comes back hot. And its block DAG tech keeps drawing buzz. If the community keeps growing and those 10 blocks per second dreams come true, we might even see it spike to $5 on a wild bull run. But if the market cools or adoption lags, it could chill out closer to $1. Still solid for a solid Q3 and Q4 of 2025, in my opinion. But let's go back to the fundamentals. Kaspa is more than just speed. It tackles the blockchain trilemma: security, scalability, and decentralization. Head on. Traditional blockchains orphan parallel blocks, wasting effort. Kaspa embraces them, boosting efficiency and keeping miners happy. Developers are even rewriting it in Rust for a turbo boost, opening doors to smart contracts and layer 2 solutions down the road. The community, it's thriving. Open source, grassroots driven, with no VC overlords. Kaspa is not here to replace Bitcoin. It's here to evolve the game. Some call it digital silver to Bitcoin's gold. Others see it as the future of fast, secure payments. As of April 2025, it's still early days, but Kaspa's buzz is growing. So what's your take? Is this the next big thing in crypto or just another contender? Dive in, explore Kaspa, and decide for yourself. Because in this decentralized revolution, the power's in your hand.
That was a pretty good informational video. Shout out to the altcoin chef. Interesting. So this is me earlier. Kaspa was on the move, but looks like it came back down.
Meet Kaspa.
This is Kaspa's the greatest cryptocurrency in recent history. Do yourself a favor and research. And I like this. Kaspa is the future of money with the pawns and the chessboard. I think that's cool. We might use that for a future thumbnail. And this is Kaspa's. Kaspa community is strong. Continue to hold and diamond hand. Let me get my Michael Jackson glove up here. Continue to hold. Don't give up. This diamond hand. Kaspa is coming back. And as you can see, your boy's already deep in the merch anyway. So why would I FUD Kaspa, right? This is Christian Lugwit, which is one of the actually this is the director of the ambassadors for the Kaspa program. I might need to go ahead and sign up. This isn't a reverse bottom on Cas. I don't know what is. And that's what I thought as well this morning. But then there was pullback. So let me know what you guys think. CASP is pumping really hard right now. What's happening? And that's what we're trying to figure out. So let me know in the comments. Anybody have any idea or theories, solutions, uh, anything, right? What happened? What made Caspa shoot up like this morning? Caspa is by far the top performing And the top 100 study strength in times of panic. And that's what I was mentioning earlier. Keep an eye on the stuff that pumps when everything else is down. So this is Kaspa bounce back hard despite the blood in the market. Am I missing something? So I guess there is an overall sentiment about what is going on. What pushed Kaspa up this morning when everything else was going down? Kaspa is about to redefine crypto. The Crescendo update brings 10 BPS to mainnet soon, making it the fastest POW, which is proof of work chain, in existence 10 times faster than the current 1 BPS. Then smart contracts are dropping, turning Kaspa into the ultimate layer one for DeFi, dApps, and beyond. Why is this a game changer? 10 BPS makes insane scalability, millions of transactions a day with far instant confirmation. Smart contracts on a secure, decentralized proof of work based layer, blown away POS competitors. Kaspa currency is posed to dominate as the go-to block for builders and users. Load up now. This is generational wealth in the making. See here, Kaspa is finally flips S coin Trump on coin market cap. Kaspa is 46. Trump is 47. Who's next? Power law. Kaspa power law chart of 4-7. It looks like it will be over 6 cents fair value, 31 cents up 437% to 31 cent, which is here, I guess right in here somewhere. But we'll have to wait and see how 2025 does. 10 BPS is creeping up on CAS, and the ghost is watching closely. As Kaspa approaches 10 blocks per second, and a pure POW model is not just fast, it's rewriting what's possible in crypto from where it's floating. This is a monumental moment, the kind that sends shockwaves through the space. What are the Casper's expectations on CAS hits 10 BPS? Moon mass adoption, KRC20 going turbo. Go back to the BTM Twitter page. So we're at the Kaspa token. This is learn more about this and other features of Kaspa here. I'm sure y'all have this link to the Kaspa.org features. I think this is the same thing. Kaspa 11, number 7, Rusty Kaspa is a marvel of research and engineering initiated by Michael Sutton. Rusty Cash was developed by maintained a global team, and volunteers contribute spanning 18 countries. This is the Kaspa fact. Kaspa's win, taking home the gold. Check out the homepage for what happened in the championship round. And it appears Kaspa knocked out Litecoin. So it was Litecoin, Hedera, Cardano, Polkadot, Algorand, Kaspa, USDC, and ICP. Looks like Kaspa beat ICP, so these guys are about to be very angry. They're definitely coming for us again. But it's cool. Winners win and losers make a lot of FUD with ICP, but we'll keep it moving. Confirmation round. Let's see example one. Let's increase the block rate to 10 BPS. We have the same parent chain. Each block still represents a single confirmation of round one, but we have a larger merge set. Merge set's full of blocks that know nothing. And this is earlier, cash was up 2.5%. Tangent, we're supercharged the transaction history feature. Now with Kaspa coin support, Manage and track your assets with ease. Casper currency. Simply update your app and you're all set. I'm not 100% sure what Tangent's saying here, but I definitely have the Tangent code in the description as well. Make sure you get a Tangent wallet and move off these shady exchanges, people. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. Second pump cash from 0.5 to 0.6 USD, 9.8%. See, 4 hours, 12 hours, 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 190 days. We have a long way to go, 180 days, and 360 days. So this is Kaspa being up 3.8% this morning. And it looks like it's back 1.4. So it's coming back. Let's see here. Where are we? Up 2% on the day. So it appears that they are having a green candle on the 5 minute and a green candle on the 15 minute and building volume on the 45-minute charts. It's another visualizer. Kaspa didn't care what the market's doing. You can see here, I'm not even sure what grass is, but Fartcoin, SPX, and Kaspa. Top performer. Kaspa saying, FU market, I will do my own. And that's when it was pumping. Then all of a sudden it kind of fizzled out. But this is Galaxy. This is not Galaxy. See what this guy has to say?
Kaspa is at 7 cents, and now everyone's suddenly on.
I thought that was a short. Hold on. I got a couple shorts to play first before we get into videos on the BTM Crypto News Network. I thought I had another short here, though. That's weird. So this is main man crypto.
Millionaire with that, plus the rest of my Caspa. I think 10,000 Caspa alone is not enough to make you a millionaire, but it is going to make you a lot of money. I think 10,000 Caspa could make you like $100,000. I think Caspa will hit somewhere between $3 to $17 in the bull run. Caspa will hit $5 to $10 this bull run. $17 at the best, $3 at the worst. I think like $7 is pretty realistic for Caspa. Dude, if Caspa hits $7 from the time that I bought Caspa at a half a cent, holy crap, moly, I would make 1400x. Oh my God. But if you buy now from 10 cents and it goes to $7, even that's a 70x. Dude, that's just nuts. Bought another 10,000 Caspa.
So moving forward, this is a $10 possible price prediction.
Everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and thank you so much for always supporting this channel and always watching my videos. Today, I bring you one of the impressive episodes. We're going to be discussing what is happening in the Kaspa ecosystem, what is happening in the crypto industry, and what is happening in the economic landscape. Now, we're going to be starting with Kaspa. Kaspa is 0.068, and it has been really struggling in terms of price. But what is going on apart from the price is really massive. In the previous videos, I talked about the crescendo hard fork and how it is going to really revolutionize Kaspa. Now, today, we're going to be discussing one of the cool updates that I have, and I will put it in this video. So make sure to watch the whole video because there is a lot of very good information, and you don't want to miss these cool updates. Now, the market is in extreme fear. The market is in really extreme fear. Now, this is caused by so many factors. Now, we're going to be starting with this announcement here from the White House. The White House considering roughly 20% tariff on most imports, report says. Now, we know that Donald Trump has been using tariffs in order to get what he wants. He wants fair trade, and he wants America, the United States of America, to have fair trade with other countries, for example, China, Mexico, Canada. US has been importing most of the goods from these countries, but these countries have been importing less amount of goods from the United States. Now, this is obviously unfair, and this is what Trump is trying to eradicate. He is trying to bring fairness and make United States not only a consumer but a producer. And weakening the dollar is one of the tactics that he is trying to use. And all of these tariffs are going to really weaken the dollar. And this is what he wants. Because when you weaken the dollar, the products that are manufactured by the United States are going to get competitive advantage. They are going to get a competitive advantage in the markets. And it is also going to limit the amount of goods that are coming into the country and making people in the United States to consume that goods that are being produced in the United States. Plus, it's going to also attract investors to invest in companies in the United States, which is going to really create jobs and really grow the economy. So the long-term vision for the president of the United States is really on point. But this could really cause some really, really, really painful experiences in the markets. And that is why we're seeing crypto markets getting hit so hard. We're getting the stock market also is also down. Everything is down. And when you look at the prices right now, I see people complaining about the Kaspa price. The price of Kaspa is not immune. It's not going to move on its own. It also has influence. It is also influenced by what is happening in the macroeconomic landscape. For example, Trump imposing tariffs is also going to hit the crypto markets so hard. Now, everyone is waiting what percentage of tariffs is going to be put. If it goes to 20%, this is what the markets expect. But if it gets, let's say, to 15 to 10%, I think the market is going to react positively because the crypto market really reacts to negative news really, really bad. Even if it's positive news, it reacts to it really, really massively. So so if Donald Trump comes out and says 10 to 15%, I think it's going to be really good. It's not going to be good news, but it is going to be a relief in the crypto markets. Now, just pay attention. Everything really lines up so well. If you look at the big picture, you're going to see some loopholes in what is really going on. Trump is putting tariffs and there is a trade war that is happening. But look at what the Trump family is doing. This announcement really caught my attention. Trump family launches Bitcoin mining venture with Hut 8. The Trump family is launching a Bitcoin mining focused venture with Hut 8 Corp called the American Bitcoin Corp, which will focus on Bitcoin mining and strategic Bitcoin reserve development. Eric Trump will serve as the chief strategy officer for American Bitcoin. Now, this is really good news. Plus, it is being injected in the middle of the chaos that is happening. So people won't focus on this. People won't pay attention on this. People will be focused, and all of the attention is going to be on tariffs and what is going on in the microeconomic landscape. But they forget about what is actually happening. Trump family is launching a Bitcoin mining venture. Now, let me link you with this something really impressive. We have the largest Bitcoin mining company, which is Marathon Digital. They they are the largest Bitcoin mining company in the world, and they mine only two cryptocurrencies, which is Bitcoin and Kaspa. Plus, this company is based in the United States. Now, when this Trump family launches this Bitcoin mining venture, I think they want to look up to the best mining companies in the world. And what they're going to do is they're going to really copy the strategy of Marathon Digital. The same as what happened with GameStop. GameStop is imitating a game what is kind of following the footsteps of what Michael Saylor is doing with this micro strategy company, which has rebranded to strategy. So the same thing is going to happen with this Trump family. They're going to start mining Bitcoin, but they're going to realize, okay, we have Bitcoin, but we have another cryptocurrency that is really similar to Bitcoin and which is called Kaspa, and it is really profitable to mine than mining Bitcoin. So they are going to add Kaspa to their mining list, and this is going to really push the price of Kaspa. I am talking long term, and this might happen. This might not happen, but I think there's a big chance of this happening. So let me know in the comment section what you think. Is this really a possibility? The Trump family is getting in Bitcoin mining, but they have to look up to what the biggest players are doing. And the biggest player in this mining world is Marathon Digital. So are they going to copy a strategy of Marathon Digital, or are they going to take their own way or their own path. So let me know what you think in the comment section. We have another cool update from MasterCard. I think this is very, very powerful. MasterCard developing crypto payment network. Now, if you look at this, you might think, okay, MasterCard is going to do some really cool stuff, but MasterCard is a really centralized company. It's a really centralized institution. It is something that is really centralized. How are they going to develop a crypto payment network which is not centralized? I think the best option that they could use, instead of wasting so much time trying to develop a crypto payment network, they would have used Kaspa instead, because Kaspa is the only proof of work that is internet speed. You have a proof of work that is really decentralized and that is really fast than most of the proof of stake cryptocurrencies. So maybe sometime in the future they are going to come to their senses and look at Casper and say, okay, this is the best. Because if they follow Bitcoin, they are also going to follow the same thing with Casper. So let me know in the comment section what you think this is going to really mean for Casper. So we have another announcement from Casper. Most of the people, even I, used to call it the Casper official channel, but it is because of the magnitude of this Casper channel. Most of the people used to call it the official Casper channel, but it has rebranded its name to Casper Unofficial. And this has come about after this concern from Jonathan Sopolinsky. Jonathan Sopolinsky, who's the founder or the originator of Casper, plus other people way, way long time ago. He said, I'll address this topic soon enough at length, but for now, questions of sort of who represents the community should be answered thus. Bitcoin and Kaspa have no official representatives, no official website, no official X account, an internet speed version of Bitcoin with shared values. Now, most of the people might look at this Kaspa channel, which has 247,000 247K followers on X. So it has a really big audience, and this is because it has been representing, or it has been uh,
So what is the largest Caspa channel? That's actually pretty interesting. Let me see if we can find that Jonathan channel. But he is right, they don't have any official um, host or an official site there, which is kind of interesting. So this guy's only got 30,000. So what is he? So what was that? It was Caspa. What was it? Caspa. What was the other one? Caspa Wojak. And I think I'm following this guy as well. But let's see real quick. I think it was Space Wojak, right? Wait a minute. What? No, this is your page, actually. No. So there's another Caspa Wojak. No, it's only got 70 followers, so this ain't it either.
because it has been representing, or it has been uh, covering Casper for a long time. It is one of the OG accounts that has been there for a very long period of time, and it has really made a big impact in the Casper community. Most of the people who started, even I, when I was starting, what is Casper? I had to look at X and try to find the official channels, the official X accounts. And one of the accounts that I had to look up to is this channel. I always thought it was an official account, but it is not an official account. This is a decentralized project, and you can also decide to create your own channel.
Okay. Well, it's pretty cool, but moving forward, this is Casper worth holding in 2025? Let's see what Crypto Blank Neat says.
Sure. If you're holding Caspa and your conviction is shaking, this video is for you. Because not only do I still believe in it, I think Kaspa is about to enter its most bullish phase ever. So let's break it down real easy and make sure to smash the likes and hit the bell notifications. Quick. Kaspa ain't some copy-paste altcoin. It's real proof of work. It's fully decentralized. No team allocation. No pre-mine. No VC backdoor. It is fair launched, just like Bitcoin. And it's solving the blockchain trilemma. It's decentralized, it's secure, and it's scalable. And I know, you know it, but maybe there are some new people watching, okay? So how do they do that? By using a unique block DAG. It's not a regular blockchain. It produces 1 block per second with near instant finality. And there's no rollups, no fake TPS stats. Gas is just raw speed and security. It's basically like Bitcoin if it trained cardio. Now here's what just dropped, and barely anyone is talking about it, but I think it's a big deal. Kaspa is launching the Crescendo hard fork, which will increase block
What's up,
production from 1 BPS to 10 BPS. So that's a 10x boost in transactions. So what does that mean? More blocks, more speed, faster confirmations, so a better overall user experience. So you gotta see it like this. The network is basically going from a Toyota to a Lambo overnight. So yes, I'm still bullish. And no, price doesn't change my conviction. Now, as you can see, Crescendo goes live on May the 5th. So mark that date because this is Kaspa's evolution moment. And people might be thinking, well, it's another.
What up, LB? What's going on, brother? Just going through the BTM Crypto News Network, and we're rolling through Kaspa videos. We already checked to see what was going on and why Kaspa was pumping earlier, but it looks like it's starting to come back. It had dropped for a minute, and it appears we're actually starting to push back up. Got a couple of green candles on the 15-minute chart, had a MACD cross, but we're losing volume. 5-minute chart, we have a couple green candles and there's volume building on the 5-minute chart. Let's check RSI. And I really wish they would let us use 2 indicators versus 1. What is this diversion indicator? Come on, guys. Let your boy use 2 indicators at a time. Looks like RSI is coming up. Let's close this and look at the RSI indicator, which is the relative strength index. And looks like RSI is coming up on the 5-minute chart, making moves on the 15-minute chart and 45-minute chart. Got a couple green candles and RSI is coming back up. Let's see. Let's go back to this video. And 10 BPS May 5th, possible rate cut May 7th. We will see. But I don't think there's going to be a rate cut. I don't trust the Fed. I think the Fed's just playing us. I think this guy and the Fed are working together. As the market goes down, we're going to say that it's causing inflation and keeping the rates down. Although there's a lot of sentiment that the rates will go down if the market continues to drop. But don't hold your breath on it.
Random update. This is the result of years of development, and finally they managed to build it. But why is it so bullish? Faster blocks is higher capacity, okay? So that means Kaspa can finally handle real user demand, like dApps, wallets, exchanges, and maybe even utilitarian projects, which would be huge. So think about gaming, DeFi, and even enterprise use cases in the future, okay? Because projects don't want to build on chains that clock or lag, obviously. And with 10 BPS, Kaspa can actually compete with Solana without sacrificing decentralization. So for devs and builders, Kaspa will just become viable. And that's why I'm loading up my bags. No financial advice. Now, when we look at the price, because nothing really changed for me, my conviction didn't change because of the price, but I know a lot of people are shitting their pants. But currently, Kaspa is sitting at a 1.8 billion in market cap with a price of almost 7 cents. But it's down 67% from all-time high. So it's actually holding quite strong. If you look at other altcoins, we see they're down like 80%, 90%, some of them. And you got to keep an eye on the projects which are holding quite strong compared to others, right? Now, for me, it's not a surprise that gas is one of those. Okay, so fully disclosure, if you want to know if I'm loading up, yes, I'm buying gas every month. I was buying gas at 10 cents, at 15 cents, and now I'm buying gas at 7 cents. Because in my opinion, everything below the 15 cents is freaking cheap, right? Now the all-time high is 20 cents, so I'm not going to say, well, 20 cents is freaking cheap. Even though for the potential it can go, and if you're watching my channel for a while, then you know that my price range for gas is like $1 till $3. It really depends on the catalysts this bull run. So the mainnet, the exchange listings, if that all goes according plan, then we can see those numbers. But let's talk about the exchanges, okay? Because people keep asking, why isn't Kaspa on Binance yet? Why not Coinbase? Now, here's the truth. Most coins get listed fast because they give exchange a fat allocation. Here's 100 million tokens, go list us. Kaspa is proof of work. There's no team back, no VC wallet, no foundation sitting on billions of tokens. So when exchanges want in, they have to buy it like everyone else on the open market. And that's why it takes longer. Binance, Coinbase, they are not gonna list something unless they have accumulated enough for liquidity. And you gotta remember, Kaspa's daily emission is low and dropping. The longer they wait, the harder it gets to buy a big bag without moving the price. So here's what I think is happening. They are accumulating quietly behind the scenes. They are waiting for the network to be ready. And with the Crescendo hard fork, it finally will. Now exchanges need throughput and stability. Now Kaspa is going to have both. So the listings, they will come. They will come when it makes business sense for the exchange, okay? And when do they list it? Most retail won't even notice until it's already flying. So you gotta buy when everyone is fearful, and you gotta sell when everyone is greedy. Write that down because a lot of people make that mistake. When it's green, they are buying, they will become bullish, but nah. Now tell me what you think in the comments. Do you still have the same conviction? And if you want more details on gas, I made like tons and tons of videos on Kaspa. Also, why it takes ages for exchanges to actually list gas. Because in this video, I didn't really talk about also the security measurements and the audits and all this crap. Anyway, make sure to check those videos.
So shout out to Crypto Blaney, and we're moving forward. This is Quick Crypto. Trying to see. Actually, let's do a quick one real quick with Crypto ZX and come back to
ZX channel. If you have not subscribed already, what are you guys waiting for? Hit that red subscribe button. But I'm sure a lot of people are, saying right now, Crypto ZX, why are you talking? What we discussed yesterday, a lot of that happened much quicker than, a lot of people could anticipate. But, as we are obviously going into updates specifically, and I would say specifically Friday, you guys know exactly what we spoke about there. Actually, it did end up happening. We saw, the stock market closing on a negative, crypto market doing the complete opposite. I did say let's not get our hopes up just yet because of the fact that this could be clear manipulation, and it seemed like it has been just a clear manipulation that occurred because market is pricing itself, due to the uncertainty there really is across the board. Of course, right now, if you're looking across the board, the entire market is down. Kaspa down 13.4%. So, of course, that is not an exception. Looking at the price, 5.5 cents right now, down 4.5% in Bitcoin. Comparative valuation, $1.4 billion in the 24-hour trading volume at 180 million. And I know some people are going to be jumping around seeing the fact that, the 24-hour trading volume is close to 180 million, which is, quite rare. But, due to major amounts of obviously liquidations occurring within the space, that does tend to, obviously raise the 24-hour trading volume. So let's not get our hopes too high just for that. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking at the dominance index, guys, it's skyrocketing at this point. Obviously, going into Monday morning, a lot of uncertainty right now within the crypto market. Bitcoin was able to drop below $77,000, making its way into 74K range for the first time since November. And right now, even though we have seen, I can show this to you guys on the hourly time frame so you guys can understand what I'm really referring to. We did see a little bit of a bounce, obviously, from this 0.50 fib zone support line. Wow, apologize on that. I was talking too fast. But you can see this for yourself. We have seen a little bit of a bounce since then, but again, we're not nowhere near out of the woods just yet. I still do believe, the 73K range is on the table right now. And maybe at the time of you watching this update, we have already retested that. But with that being said, Bitcoin has done it, exactly things that we've been discussing. And I still do believe a little bit more downside could be in play. But of course, Kaspa, Kaspa, I spoke to you guys about the 5.5 cents key support line. Literally pause this video right now and you can go see that. But we actually did see that, being retested. And not only that, we actually saw the price of CAS drop in below down to 5.2 cents. So remember that 5 cents target we've been talking about for such a long time is actually, getting closer and closer. Of course, right now there is significant amount of support around this range, which again is a good thing during bearish price action. Let me kind of zoom in for you guys. You can see this for yourself on the daily time frame. We do have significant amount of support around this 5.2 cents price point, pretty much kind of ranging down to even the 5 cents mark. We have significant amount of support, and I would expect that support to hold. But those are some targets to be looking out for right now, because of course the fact that we have introduced ourselves down to this 5.2 cents price point, I think market will be more willing to accept the fact that some of these prices, not just for Kaspa but for across the board with a lot of altcoins, could really become a reality, especially while Bitcoin is still not making up its mind. Yes, we might see Bitcoin pushing up to 76, 77K range, potentially even at 80K fake out. But again, if we don't hear any sort of big updates in regards to the tariffs that are indeed the major catalyst behind so much uncertainty across the global markets, I still don't think we are nowhere near out of the woods yet. So of course, a lot of support coming in the way of CAS now, but like I said, obviously support around the likes of 5.1 cents, 5 cents could be in play. But the next significant support is around the 4.5 cents if we were to lose the 5 cents price point. Let me know down below what you guys think, of course, right now. Obviously keep it a very, very close eye on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin drops below the 73.4 zone, I think we could be retesting obviously some of the levels before Donald Trump was elected as president. So all the gains we saw happening after Donald Trump becoming the president are going to be wiped out, of course. So let me know down below what you guys think. I think they're already wiped out for a lot of coins, but some are still obviously up right now. Let me know down below what you guys think. We'll see you later. It's been Crypto ZX and peace.
Welcome back to the Kaspa. So
We're actually looking through a video, trying to remember what video was up next. I don't think it was Caspa Silver. Where were we? I guess we will. I'm tripping. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, cats and dogs. Let me see here. Which is this? I guess we'll play this real quick and then we'll go to your crypto crew. But let's see what this guy's talking about with Kaspa I with quick crypto.
Extremely bullish news, but it's just a shame that this announcement came out when the market decided to undergo a mass liquidation event. As we can see, we have just seen well over $200 million liquidated in the crypto market, and that was just in 1 hour. We have seen so much more since. And if you look at Casper right now, it is currently valued at 5.8 cents, roughly down 8.80% on the daily time frame. And truth be told, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, I believe that more downside in the crypto market and Casper as well is extremely likely in the immediate short term in the next week or so, as the macroeconomic developments are weighing in so heavily onto the markets right now. Thus, FUD And I'd argue misplaced FUD, but FUD is at all-time highs. Now, we'll be getting into the macro news later on, so definitely stick around for that as it showcases evidence that institutions the likes of BlackRock, for example, they are still bullish on crypto, and in fact, they are still buying more and more. They don't care about recession worries at all. But first things first, as we can see in this post from Iron Envy here, there's more excitement coming your way soon, as the KII recently announced gigawatt stablecoin moving forward, powered by Kaspa. KII have designed the Gigawatt Stablecoin Regulatory Oracle System, aka GROS, a decentralized compliance framework to enable the Gigawatt Stablecoin to maintain regulatory compliance across multiple jurisdictions around the world while preserving its core principles of decentralization and censorship resistance. I cannot even begin to describe how bullish this is, how big of a deal this is for Casper and, of course, for the KII as well. But I did make a post about this because in a heavily centralized space that we're in right now, the KII is achieving the impossible, and it's all thanks to Casper. In the current market we are in, and for where we are heading as well, regulations are of the utmost importance for transparency, compliance, trust, but most importantly also, therefore, for adoption. With regulatory frameworks, the likes of MiCA in Europe, the ones being drawn up right now in America as we speak, and many more that are being implemented all around the world, there is one commonality with them all. If you are not compliant with regulations, then you will not gain market share. You will get zero adoption. And we can see proof of that here. Again, I made a post about this back in January, actually, so almost 3 months back now, where the KII actually responded to this post and agreed, stating that I'm correct in this matter. We can see here that I stated the impact of critical regulations such as MiCA will be felt in 2025. This is what MiCA stated themselves. And this is a very big deal. Enforcing strict regulations will help massively in the maturing of this market, allowing trillions of dollars of capital to flood in. However, there will be some downside to these strict regulations, as the KRI have already highlighted. It could mess with decentralization, privacy, and freedom, which goes against everything crypto originally stood for. USDT, for example, Tether, they are currently being delisted on many major exchanges due to the lack of compliance with MiCA. But that's what makes this announcement from this gross announcement from the KRI so incredibly bullish, because not only have the KRI managed to achieve regulatory compliance across multiple jurisdictions, they have done so while preserving its core principles of decentralization and censorship resistance. Once more, a big step towards what Casper is building, and proof that Casper is going to change the world, and we are seeing the theoretical money tree finally starting to bud. And this is how Casper starts tapping into a combined $6 trillion market. As we can see in this post from Captain Sats, he highlights one of the many initiatives KRI are bringing, the likes of ZET Exchange, Zero Emission Trading Exchange. And the KRI responds to this as well here, stating that ZETX will initially focus on the Middle Eastern markets, but will be based on new standards implemented by the energy trading industry. And this energy trading industry participants, the total addressable market cap by 2030, so 5 years' time, will be larger than the total market cap of crypto today. At the time of this post, we're looking at a $2.7 trillion market cap in crypto. So in 5 years, we'll see effectively a $3 trillion energy market, which is huge news, but that is not all. We can see in this interview here, which happened this time last year, April 2024, broker Bernstein stated that the stablecoin market is projected to reach $2.8 trillion, almost $3 trillion in the next 5 years, so 2029/2030. Bullish news all around. So please listen very, very closely.
A new report from Bernstein predicts that the stablecoin market could grow to nearly $3 trillion in the next 5 years. It currently stands at about $125 billion today. Analysts expect major financial and consumer platforms to issue co-branded stablecoins to, quote, power value exchange on their platforms.
I just think it depends a lot on what happens with stablecoin regulation. And that's what our next guest can talk to us about, because we're seeing various countries that are way ahead of the United States in terms of stablecoin regulation, like Europe or Japan. And, I think the stablecoin market will in some degree depend on, how countries regulate it.
This is why I don't get shaken out on my Casper bags, or any of my bags for that matter. What's coming to this space is so incredibly bullish and volatile, and it's starting this year in 2025. And for more information on what I am personally doing in a particular bull, you can follow me here in the VIP group at wop.com/coin-factory, keeping all of you informed on what my moves and targets are, building realistic market expectations through alpha institutional research documents while also actively trading this market. In fact, earlier today in our roundtable, which we do every single week, we discovered institutional seminars and documents that confirmed the end of assets like Ethereum and Solana are near, which is very surprising, but also makes sense and very bullish, because this therefore means it can give assets like Kaspa a clear lane to jump in and take its place. There is so much more to come, and you can check it out for a limited 7-day free trial offer. So again, wop.com/coin-factory if you're interested. Links are below in the description. Decimal places in the price of Kaspa will soon become irrelevant, and I couldn't agree more with Audi here. I couldn't agree more. This gigawatt is just one of many initiatives the KII are building with Kaspa, and soon these initiatives will launch and receive mass adoption by members of DII Desert Energy, which, to remind you here, these are the list of partners DII Desert Energy have. You're looking at Shell, you're looking at Hyundai, you're looking at DHL, you're looking at Bosch, Siemens Energy, E.ON, and many, many more massive institutions are all working with DII, and therefore they all want access to KII, to Kaspa. You don't believe me? Well, here we can see KII. This group of people, all of these institutions, that group all meets together again in about 6 weeks' time in Abu Dhabi, therefore being early May, around the time of the Crescendo activation hard fork. And as I can see here, Kaspa will be talked about at these meetings for sure. They are bullish on Kaspa, they're bullish on the initiative KII bringing, and they'll be bullish on Gigawatt as well. Don't sleep on the KII. They are bigger than you realize. Don't be emotional though, be logical. And in that regard, let's clear up some of the FUD regarding the current negative market sentiment. You can see here from Uphol's head of research, Dr. Martin Heiberg. Everybody is blaming Trump's politics for market instability, but we believe his enough is enough stance on paying for global defense is only one piece of the puzzle. Markets are more complicated than that. They react on a wide range of factors. Tariffs are definitely one element. Inflation figures are another. That's also been elevated by the tariffs, but inflation is also there as well. And then there's the broad economic policies as well, taking place all over the place. Let's not oversimplify this and placing it all on just Trump. Is Trump escalating this? Yes, he probably is. In fact, he definitely is. Trump is definitely escalating this. But for those who watched my recent video, which I talked about altcoins, you would have seen a deeper dive into the reasons for this market instability right now. Even the US Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, confirmed as much the reasons of what I stated in that video in his recent interview with Tucker Carlson, that a lot of debt in the United States, talking about over $9 trillion, is reaching maturity. And to avoid paying a premium on that debt, they are tanking the market so they can refinance it at cheaper rates. This market crash seemingly is all by design because of the debt crisis. And the debt crisis isn't Trump's fault. That was a death flag that started the moment the dollar switched from being backed by gold to becoming the petrodollar. But yes, of course, we can admit and see that Trump's tenure does look like something out of a murder scene. US stock market has officially lost over $10 trillion since Trump was inaugurated about 2.5 months ago. And a large part, not the only reason, but a large part is due to his tariffs. And the reason why the markets are currently dumping right now is because the traditional market is opening back up tomorrow, Monday to Friday, and people are anticipating a big correction, a Black Monday sale coming tomorrow when the markets open, because we are seeing more developments with tariffs. We're seeing some more retaliations, if you will, from the likes of China, for example, but also because people are still uncertain what's going to happen right now. And next week, on Wednesday, 9th of April, the reciprocal tariffs will go into effect. So that means on Wednesday, we will see all these massive tariffs start to go into effect. And that's why everyone's panicking. Next week coming is going to be a very, very volatile one, no doubt. Which is why I personally believe we're going to probably expect to see some more pullbacks in crypto, in Kaspa, in stocks, and the whole markets this week in particular. But also in saying this, we are seeing the tariffs working out in some areas. We can see here that Taiwan, who has 90% tariffs on America, by the way, they are now offering zero tariffs and pledges to increase its investment in the United States to avoid Trump's tariffs, which is very bullish. Furthermore, even Zimbabwe are offering to remove tariffs on all US imports to build a positive relationship with Trump as well. We even heard Argentina do the same thing, so the tariffs are actually working out to some degree. It's early to call it though. That's why still a lot of uncertainty. Right now, things are seemingly starting to look up. So in that regard, when Goldman Sachs are flagging a 35% recession risk, which is definitely cause for concern, when you have macro analysts who are identifying traditional recession signals and one that may actually be unavoidable because the Fed is unlikely to rush to quantitative easing and rate cuts because they are worried about inflation, you then have smart money like BlackRock, like Robbie Mitchnick, the global head of digital asset at BlackRock, for example, who are saying recession would actually be a big catalyst for Bitcoin, as Bitcoin performs very well with low interest rates and money printing, which tends to happen when recession concerns soar too high within the Federal Reserve. And they're getting higher. Goldman Sachs at 35%. I'm sure the Fed are starting to get a little bit worried as well. Inflation data in that regard will be coming out on Thursday, the 10th of April. So this will also be a very important day for all financial markets. This week is going to be extremely volatile. Wednesday, the tariffs go live, and on Thursday, the inflation data comes out. The key takeaways is that massive institutions like BlackRock are still bullish on crypto. They're still sizing in, and they are still holding, if not stacking their bags more, buying the dips. With what the KRI and Kaspa are building, and with everything else Kaspa is building, and NHT is building on Kaspa as well, in my opinion, again, not financial advice, I believe we'll start seeing mass adoption for Kaspa this cycle. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Or better still, come chill, chat, and learn a hell of a lot more in the Coin Factory VIP group. Again, links are down in the description. And as always, don't be emotional, be logical. And
So shout out to Quick Crypto. And as he mentioned, right, there are lots of factors that are causing the price to come down, right? Don't all put it on the pullback and the corrections. There are some other factors involved. And I guess we can do one more quick video. This is your crypto crew. I'm starting to like this guy actually. But let's see what your crypto crew has to say real quick. And I guess we'll shut it down for the day. But take heed, there's a lot of good information in this video. And let me know what you guys think about Kaspa, and your price prediction. We might do a price prediction video tomorrow. But shout out to your crypto crew on the BTM Crypto News Network. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat before we close the video down. But let's see what your crypto crew had to say.
Crypto crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Mite, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto oceans. If you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date. Join the hunt. Into the boat! Crypto crew, there is no way one does not have an opinion on Kaspa. You either love Kaspa because of its tech, the community, and the Kaspa dev team, or like many on social media, including this YouTuber sphere, hate Kaspa. The official Ultimate Crypto Tournament 2025 has been won by Kaspa in a knockout tournament that started on March 20th, 2025 until April 3rd, which proves the power of the Kaspa community.
And why didn't we get this information until recently, right? I didn't even see this until they won. So I don't know, but let me know if you guys were involved in this and were making updates the whole time, because I was definitely late to the party. But let's get back to your crypto crew.
So not only can you not have an opinion on Kaspa, you cannot deny Kaspa either, as the community has continuously showed up and gave support to Kaspa in the last 3 to 4 weeks. The 11th seed Kaspa consecutively defeated Bitcoin Cash, Tron, second seed Solana, Algorand, ICP, which got disqualified for bot manipulation, and in the final, Kaspa defeated 5th seed Litecoin, which previously was deemed the digital silver to Bitcoin's digital gold. With close to 50,000 votes on X, Kaspa took almost 62% of the votes, being crowned the 2025 Ultimate Crypto. Now, obviously, this is a popularity contest and highly subjective, but it proves that Kaspa has the ingredients of a true crypto project, with the Kaspa community being one of these.
I see many communities, but like Kaspa, no, Kaspa is the one.
So what are some things? What would you say is different?
Community, it's huge and it's like family. Yeah.
Okay.
I know everybody next.
Yeah.
All day they write something and Kaspa community is fantastic.
Yeah.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Kaspa is the digital silver to Bitcoin's digital gold. And so, like all assets, Crypto Crew, you need to protect them. Practice self-custody by storing your crypto offline. The Tangem wallet is your best option. Plug and play, easy to use, and the most affordable cold storage. So if you wish to order your Tangem wallet today, you can get 10% off using code Crypto Crew. Link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration. And thank you so much for all of you who have used code Crypto Crew to purchase your Tangem wallet. Thank you for your support, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all. Kaspa is being adopted more, even at just 1 block per second. And with the crescendo hard fork to come, Kaspa running on 10 blocks per second, Kaspa will have much more adoption to come. Speaking of which, the Kaspa Industrial Initiative, or Kaspa KII, just announced Kaspa is getting closer, tapping into the ginormous markets, both energy and stablecoin markets, which both are projected to be $3 trillion markets each by 2030. Quote, KII have designed the gigawatt stablecoin regulatory oracle system, GROS, a decentralized compliance framework to enable gigawatt stablecoin to maintain regulatory compliance across multiple jurisdictions while preserving its core principles of decentralization and censorship resistance. GROS leverages oracle technology to create a bridge between on-chain transactions and off-chain regulatory requirements, allowing for compliance verification without compromising the autonomous nature of the gigawatt stablecoin and energy ecosystem, a regulatory compliance system that balances the seemingly contradictory goals of regulatory adherence and decentralized operation. Powered by Kaspa Industrial Initiative. End quote. To be continued, Crypto Crew.
And this is a small alpha, but obviously we cannot say names, but for everyone here to be aware that we are already collaborating with other entities to build a bridge, not only between obviously layer 1 and layer 2 Kaspa, but also between Kaspa layer 2 and other blockchains. So this is very important because we can expand our ecosystem by including other blockchains.
Kaspa follows the footsteps of Bitcoin in that is secure and fully decentralized like Bitcoin, but unlike BTC, can scale, meaning Kaspa does what even Bitcoin cannot, and that is solve the blockchain trilemma. I believe Kaspa is Bitcoin's grandson, not just a store of value, but also an actual form of payment or hard money. This is why I'm of the belief that many Bitcoin maxis will eventually get into Kaspa because they'll understand Kaspa is built on many of the fundamentals Bitcoin was built on without being a threat to Bitcoin. One of these maxis being Kathy Wood, founder and CEO of investment management firm ARK Invest.
When we're talking about the big three, we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. The use cases for those are multiplying, and we think they're going to become very important in the years ahead. Meme coins, not so.
For years, the crypto ocean has been infested by companies disguised as crypto projects, effectively moving away from the original ethos that early crypto projects such as Bitcoin were founded on, as a way to counter the failing fiat system and, in a way, advance the world. I believe we are already starting to see a shift taking place of crypto projects that actually solve real-world problems, and this 2025 bull run may be the front runner of what the crypto ocean will look like in the future, and Kaspa certainly will take a prominent role in this shift, in my opinion.
When do you see use cases for crypto, maybe specifically Bitcoin, actually affecting us in the real world? You spoke about tokenization just now, but when will we see crypto being used as something else apart from just a store of value?
I think what is happening with the stablecoin movement, which again, we're going to see deregulation and legislation this year, we think, which will open the doors to stablecoins. So USDC, that's Circles, USDT, that's Tethers. That's the on-ramp into into DeFi, decentralized financial services. So you're already seeing lending and saving and yield harvesting taking place on these ecosystems, which are supported by Ethereum and Solana. And of course, you're seeing wrapped Bitcoin on Ethereum as well. So Bitcoin's trying to get into the game. But in terms of real utility, if you go to emerging markets, and I know this is not this market, but you go to emerging markets where their currencies destroy purchasing power and wealth with massive devaluation. So it's really their policy leaders. They are using Bitcoin in particular, but also stable coins, which is effectively the dollar, as backstops to their purchasing power and wealth, because they've been through too many of these devaluations. So I think the real utility, if you're looking at stable coins and Bitcoin today, is in the emerging markets, really protecting consumers' purchasing power and wealth.
Once Kaspa runs on 10 blocks per second, once smart contracts are implemented on the Kaspa network, Kaspa will be able to host stable coins like Tether or USDT. Kaspa will launch its own stable coin with a project called Warp Core, allowing for fast and regulated transaction in the financial world. But unlike Tether, which has faced some legal issues already, Kaspa KII will bring Kaspa into many sectors, including the stablecoin market, following all the regulation.
Kathy, you have the great challenge of investing in innovative solutions at a time where the market is nervous and discounting the idea of putting more money to work in innovation at the moment. And to the extent that you could choose one single biggest conviction bet that you would make right now, what is it and why?
Well, we have been known for our Tesla call and our Bitcoin call, and those still stand as two of our biggest calls. For sure. I would add, in the AI age, platform as a service companies like Palantir, which are really enabling large enterprises to move into this AI age and enjoy the efficiencies, the cost effectiveness, and to create new products and services. Those, I think, are going to be very big as well.
And this is one of the reasons why I believe Bitcoin maxis like Kathy Wood will eventually get into Kaspa, not just because of Kaspa's tech, which is revolutionary in the crypto space, never been done before, while still following the Bitcoin principles or Nakamoto consensus, but also because Kaspa is future-proof. Kaspa has the adaptiveness to grow within this ever-developing real world, not just on the crypto ocean, offering solutions to real-world issues.
I believe that once all of these things are implemented and in place and proven themselves, then Kaspa will actually be the only layer one you actually need. It could be spacious enough and performant enough and cheap enough to support all of the utility you need to hold all of the layer twos you could ever dream about putting on a network.
The world needs crypto for various reasons they may not even know of, but only if the providers are true crypto projects that add true value. In my opinion, Kaspa will be at the vanguard of this shift. Not financial advice, of course, just my conviction I share with conviction. Crypto crew, you have to do your own research. Don't stare at the current price in action. Yes, Kaspa is making a correction at the making of this recording, but so is the entire crypto ocean. It is time to study the market and build conviction, because this 2025 bull run is far from over. The ones who will bank their crypto profits on the crypto ocean during this 2025 bull run are the ones that prepare today. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
So as Crypto Crew's mentioning, the bull run hasn't even started. People are saying the bull run's over. People saying crypto's over. Crypto is just beginning to start. You can see Kaspa is back up 3.8. It was down earlier, but it looked like it's shaking out some weak hands and starting to push back up. Let's see, on a 5-minute chart, we are flat. See if I can bring the MACD up. MACD is looking like we're building volume on the 5-minute, losing volume on the 15-minute. 45 minutes. Looks like we're building volume there as well. So let me know what you guys think. Any new news or anything going on with Kaspa. And I guess we'll have to shut it down for the day. Maybe we'll do a XRP video later. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay dangerous. It's your main man, BTM, signing out for the Black Tiger Miner Crypto News Network. And I'm out. So thanks for joining, and thanks for continuing to support us on the BTM Crypto News Network. Peace and hair grease.